This video is for people who want to get into collecting fragrances, new collectors. Let's talk about it. Welcome or welcome back to Grown and Chic with Adija. If this is your first time here, welcome to the community. Please subscribe. And if you like what you hear, please like and drop a comment in the comment section. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. And I always love having you here. As you guys know or may not know about me, I have been a collector for almost 10 years. I started when I fell in love with a niche perfume and I went down the rabbit hole. Before I got into collecting, I never knew that there was a whole community around collecting. I did not know that. I never knew that there were a lot more people out there collecting fragrances. I just thought that I was a weirdo. And I felt so lonely in it because in my immediate community there is not a lot of people who collect fragrances. So I had never actually met anybody who collected fragrances, and I did not have anybody to help guide me or help direct me in this process. And so I learned as I went, and here are some of the lessons that I have learned in the process of building my collection. The first thing is, you are not going to build this collection in a day. If you really want to build a collection that reflects your personal style and your personal taste, it's going to take a lot of time. And part of that time is involved with you developing your nose and recognizing the fragrances that really resonate with you, recognizing the fragrances that you want to have in your collection and getting them slowly. So it's going to definitely take a lot of time, a lot of sampling, a lot of hits and misses, and just give yourself the grace to smell as many things as possible. Also knowing that there may be a fragrance that everybody likes and that you just do not like. So be very confident in the fact that this collection is your collection. Your collection should not be a reflection of what is popular on the internet. It should be a reflection of pieces that you really like. If you consider perfumery to be an art form, you will not buy a piece of art and put in your house when you do not like it. So you need to absolutely love the fragrances that you add into your collection. Another mistake that I made when I just started collecting is I actually thought in the beginning that discounters were fake perfumes, and that is very wrong. I bought a lot of fragrances from the main big stores like the Saks and the Neiman's, and I used to go there and get my fragrances because I thought that the fragrance nets and Vembas were selling fake perfumes, and that is not true. They are discounters. They have direct contact with distributors, and they have authentic fragrances. I'm lucky, knock on wood. I don't have wood in this room, but I'm going to knock on something after this. I have never purchased a knockoff fragrance from any of these discounters. Where you can very easily pick up a knockoff is from resale markets like the eBays, like the Mercaris, like the Poshmarks. Be very careful. Be very, very careful when you purchase from those people. Make sure that it's a renowned purchaser, a renowned seller. Make sure that there is a way to get your refund back if it's wrong. Just do your research, do your due diligence, and know what is behind the scenes before you go ahead and purchase. Okay. Another thing that I'll tell you is try to create community around your collection. The best way to create community is to get on social media and find people who live in your area and create friendships to where if they have something that you don't have and you have something that they don't have, you guys can swap samples so that you can get to smell, because buying samples online is not cheap. So you need to find a way to cut the cost, because again, this is not a cheap hobby. This is not, it really isn't. But it's a fun hobby. And to be honest, no hobby is a cheap hobby, right? If your hobby is buying wines, it still costs. If your hobby is traveling the world, it still costs money. If your hobby is, whatever your hobby is, there is a cost to it, right? There is a cost. But what I am telling you is the ways to spend wisely, right? Create community around your collection, and you guys can do a sample swap. You can smell what they have, they can smell what you have. Y'all can have sample parties, you know what I'm saying? Organize something and y'all just come with your top 5 fragrances so that they can sniff and you can sniff theirs and all of that, and create community around your collection. It's beautiful to meet people who are like-minded and talk about fragrances. They would inform you about new releases. They could also inform you about discontinued stuff that you can find. It's just a wonderful thing to have community around this collecting phase, because it's always wonderful to connect with people that are like-minded, who you like the same things, because conversations are easier, right? I can stay online and have a live for 3 hours. I've done that before. Why? Because I'm talking about something that I absolutely love. And so I can sit there and talk about fragrances on my lives for 3 hours because these are like-minded people. We are sharing ideas, we are sharing our love of fragrances, and so these conversations are easier and they are lighter, and there's so much less judgment behind it. Right? Another thing that I will tell you guys is also like the blind buying thing. When your nose develops enough, you will start feeling the itch to blind buy. I have that itch a lot. Okay, you will start feeling the itch to blind buy. Control that itch, because you do not want to spend a lot of money on stuff that you would not like. But of course, when your nose matures, hey, listen, it's always a risk, right? It's always a risk, and there's risk involved in anything. You can go ahead and blind buy. And there are times when you would want a fragrance that is international and you have nowhere to go sample it. There are fragrances that are not sold in America. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have any way to sample it, but it's something you have read the notes and it's something that you want to try. So yeah, there's sometimes when the risk is worth it. It's not even worth it in the sense that you receive it and you like it. It's worth it that you finally held a fragrance that you were like, I would never know where to find this fragrance in my life, and then you finally have it in your collection. It makes you feel so, what I call bajiggly. It makes you feel bajiggly. And so, you know, if that's where you are, if you've built your nose enough and you find something that is a hard find, go ahead and pull the trigger, but do not make it a habit of blind buying stuff. Also, find people that you have similar noses to. I know people in the collecting community that when they tell me that they like something, I go and I sample it. I go and I sample it because there's a 90% chance that I will like it. I have a fragrance friend. Her name is Tina. By the way, I will put Tina in my description. Go ahead and follow her too. She will start posting videos very soon. But when Tina likes something, there's a chance that I would like that same thing, and I will go ahead and sample it. So find people who have similar noses to you, so that when they have something in their collection and they've sampled it and they like it, it's almost guaranteed that you would like it too, and so you can go and sample it and also add it to your collection. Another piece of advice that I would give you is, when you find a fragrance that you love, go online and research the notes of this fragrance, and you will discover at some point that all of the fragrances, most of the fragrances that you love have a running note, right? Most of the fragrances that you love have a running note. My notes are, I love tuberose, I love vanilla, I love sandalwood, I love a good rose, I love a good jasmine. And so a fragrance that has one or more of these notes, there is a likelihood that I would like it. So when a fragrance is released, I go and I check the notes, and if it has one or more of these notes, I would just go ahead and buy a sample and see whether it's something that I like, or I'll contact one of my fragrance friends and be like, hey, do you have this? I want to sample it. So start knowing the notes that you resonate with. Start knowing what you lean towards. Do you lean towards a sweet vanilla, or do you lean towards a spicy vanilla? Because there are different kinds of vanilla. Do you lean towards a green vanilla? Do you lean towards a fresh tuberose or a milky tuberose? Do you lean towards a fresh rose? Do you lean towards a champagne rose, a woody rose? Start knowing the things that work with you, so that when you see a new fragrance and you go through the notes, that's when you would invest either time to contact one of your fragrance friends or money to buy a sample. So be very particular about the things that you add to your collection. So in conclusion, I want to welcome you to fragrance collecting. I want to tell you that it's a fantastic habit. Fragrances to me is more than just a scent profile. Fragrances is very healing, it's very comforting, it's very soothing. It's a place that I go to find joy in a tumultuous time in the world. I come in this room to find joy. I come in this room to just change my mood. I come in this room to uplift myself. I also have found myself loving the experience of sharing my collection with other people. I have loved organizing sip and sniffs with people who just want to get into smelling fragrances, people who just want to elevate their fragrance wardrobe. I have loved doing that with them. I have loved talking to my social media community because we are like-minded. So it's such a beautiful thing to do. It's always beautiful to find something that you're passionate about. It's not only fragrances. I would urge you to find something that you're passionate about and do it often, because it just gives you joy. Permit yourself to find joy in the little things. And if your little thing is perfumes, do it, and do it often. I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you for coming. Please share this with your community. Like and subscribe if you are not a member of the community yet, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bisous and have a fantastic day. Au revoir.